This is Raph with Lee Sin.
Alright, so here we are, game 2 of this in-house scrim between Team Make It Rain and the newcoming team that should be seen at Gamebreakerz LAN, which will be February 25th. If you haven't had a chance yet, go check them out, Gamebreakerz.com. Sign up for the tournament. I believe there's some spots left. It will be cast by RaiseYourWeaponMedia. And I am RYW Pato, and with me is Nganfiction.
Hello, sir.
Hello. And so last game, we saw Team Make It Rain win pretty handily. They won mid, they won bottom, pretty well. Antran was a beast coming out of the jungle, as Lee said. But top, the shining, the diamond in the rough, if you will, for the purple team last game. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I know personally, Goten doesn't really play top that much. He's usually a mid player, so he was just kind of thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have two mid players, one has to be given up. So.
Go play top. It's like mid, whatever.
No, oh man, I hate mid. I hate top so that's my least favorite lane. It's so fickle.
Yeah, it is. And
It's just like if you die once, they get 2 levels ahead, and then it's not fun.
And there's a lot of champions too that if you can get counterpicked if you pick your top 2 early. And yeah, a lot of silliness.
Yeah, I usually would want to pick last if I was top lane. Unless you pick someone really safe. I don't even know who's safe top anymore.
So the bans are in. It looks like a cast. So no Shen ban. We have a Cassin ban instead for Team Make It Rain. And on the other side, yeah, that Lee Sin ban. I wonder who that's targeted at. I wonder if Mr. Antran can't play as Rammus, can't play as Lee Sin. So who's his third go-to? What's the third go-to character?
I don't even know who he jungles with besides Lee Sin and Rammus, to be honest.
Will he panic?
They might have GP jungle and switch it off.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Looks like he felt good about the Xerath last game, so we'll see a Xerath versus
I'm surprised
Ziggs.
they didn't ban Xerath.
Yeah.
Xerath put in work.
Yeah, well, maybe they just were sick of that Valentine Vayne skin that everybody's been playing with, and so they're like, we gotta make sure that that's not in the game.
He's been playing that all day. That's why he's been playing AD for like 2 days in a row, playing that Vayne skin.
Which is why I'm surprised that TK Rain's been playing so much Graves, because usually he's like all about the hot chick characters, and rolling out there. But I mean, I hear he has a new love in his life, and so maybe that's kind of turned to be more faithful, play some dudes on the AD carries.
Or maybe it's just Graves is a little OP.
Yeah, that's probably it, actually.
I think he just likes winning.
Yeah, winning is fun, I hear. But yeah, so Ziggs, I always enjoy watching Ziggs players because they're either like super awesome and good, or like it's super fail town because you miss, because he has, I mean, pretty much everything he has is a skill shot to some degree. So like, if you have like a bad engagement, you look so bad.
Yeah,
with
like
Ziggs.
since they pick up Ziggs, I feel like they need blue control because Ziggs he really needs blue buff. When he has blue buff, he's just the most annoying mid. He just spams everything. He just spams all his skills, and you can't touch him.
Yeah, and I mean without
from
blue
like
buff,
half a mile away.
yeah, I mean without blue buff, he's he runs out of mana like that instantly. So
Yeah, I mean I feel like they need to have good blue control for themselves, and if they're an opposing team, you gotta contend. You gotta contend for blue.
yes, you do. I mean, that's a key. I mean, it's exactly like if you see like an Anivia in lane or something like that. It's like that blue is vital. It's a key part of the game. If you have blue, they don't have blue, then you can push them around and have a huge advantage mid. So definitely want to focus on that. Looks like Puka's going to go Aurelia again. Had success last time, so we will see it again. Corki has been picked as well. Corki, he's coming back in. I've seen him played a lot more. I've actually...
Corki, for some reason, I can't. I play AD mostly, and I just can't play Corki. But he's good. I always seem to lose to Corki, but then when I play Corki, I would lose. So I don't know what the trick is to this guy.
So we're gonna see the rematch. Top Gotem's gonna run it back.
The Malphite jungle.
Yeah, brought to you by Dandin. I mean, seriously,
really good.
No, it is really good. And actually, I used to play it way back in the day, and then Malphite fell back off, and then he's kind of come back with some reworks, and then Dandin actually was streaming tons of Malphite when they were making him featured. I know Highwind from Team Raise Your Weapon saw that a lot, and so what became is like 100% Malphite play from him. But like, I mean, it's a very effective jungle, and you produce a very tanky jungler as well because Malphite's naturally tanky.
The first tournament Ant and his friends went to, he Malphite jungle. This is back in the old patches before the jungle remade, and they were pretty successful back then, even with Malphite. And since the jungle remake, I think Malphite's his clear time is really fast, and his level 6 ganks are just scary.
Yeah, and even his slow too is very very
Yeah,
good because it speeds him up as well. And a Kale, I have not seen a Kale since I was 12 years old, and like
I don't know. That's an interesting pick. I think she's going mid, mid with this kit. No, no, wait, huh?
no, it's
Where's
gonna
Kale going? Jungle Kale.
yeah
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be Jungle Kale. They're gonna switch. Yeah,
yeah that's the only thing I can think of that
I've
would be.
jungled Kale before, and her ganks are scary. But then red buff doesn't apply to spells anymore. So
Oh
her
well,
Q doesn't apply red buff anymore.
oh so Reckoning won't.
Yeah, or her Q, I don't even know what it's called, but it's that slow little red
Oh yeah
particle.
yeah
It
yeah.
used to apply red buff, and it would just if you get hit by that thing, and then she was reckoning,
Oh
like
really?
she
It
would just
did? That's
yeah, it would
ridiculous.
apply red buff. This is a single target
That's so bad.
spell. Yeah, and that's why it made it really viable because her ganks were really scary. But I think they took. I'm pretty sure they took out red buff on spellcast. So I don't know how that's
Okay.
gonna work.
Yeah, I mean she's just gonna probably have to land her Reckoning range attack or whatever.
Yeah, like it slows by itself, but with red buff, it's just like a perma slow. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Same for Panther. Panther got the same thing. He would spear you, and you would get slowed from his spear. It's
So we're pretty
Pantheon
much
jungle.
seeing the exact same lineup from Team Make It Rain, except for Antrans swapping out the jungle because he has to. Because
Tally Mark with her patented Leona.
I'm just waiting for when she goes to like the tournament and then she like panics when someone decides to ban Leona.
I told her to play Sona because I told her how OP Sona was, and I like kind of made her play Sona, and she hated it. So.
I remember. Okay, I played a normal game with her, and she made some snide comment about how like Sona was like so hard to play, like joking at me and like making fun of the fact that I picked Sona because they wanted to win, and I was like, whatever. So then I played LeBlanc Sport, but
Yeah, she was really happy when they announced the sustain and the nerfs to Soraka and what is it Sona. She was pretty happy about that.
you know, and I'm okay with it too. I mean, I'm all for more aggressive play. I think it's more
Yeah,
exciting to watch, more exciting to cast. So I mean, that's really what
yeah.
they want to see. It's kind of like the NFL. It's like you want people to score, and
Yeah,
if
if you ever
people
play
are,
a sustain bot lane, you're just like you can like be eating breakfast while playing.
yeah. Well, and I mean, let's also talk about Soraka because Soraka got a ton of changes. Her mana no longer gives it to both players, and she can't even cast on herself anymore. So that's out the window. And her Q, the mana was just on, so you can have more of a you can cast Star Call more often or whatever. But she's really not the same, but I like that they made it so that now she can. There's like you have to sort of make choices. Like you can't just mana battery yourself and sit there forever and not have to. There's no consequences. Because I felt like the old Soraka, it's like anybody could play her. You could have an AI run Soraka down there, and it would be just as good as a human player. Because like it doesn't matter. It's like it's a self-sustaining character. There's no real decisions being made with
But
her, which I think
it's,
any good character design, like you have to be making decisions, otherwise it's no fun to me.
yeah, I like this is really interesting. This is all theory crafting because I haven't really played Soraka yet, but Corki is very mana hungry, and the way Soraka works, I hear she gives a lot more mana now,
Yeah,
and
so
so
yeah,
I feel like they're trying to synergize the new Soraka with Corki. If Corki has unlimited mana, he's really strong.
yeah, it's definitely good for Corki. It's also really good for Sivir, so you can
Hmm.
constantly spam her abilities too. I mean,
Yeah,
Soraka is excellent. She's the best friend, the best buddy that you can have in lane because she's gonna give you mana, she's gonna give you health, armor, everything you want to stay in there as an AD carry. She's just gonna not necessarily be the best. Like, if you want to be aggressive in lane, she's not necessarily the
yeah.
best.
It's a
Go
frustrating
kill you.
lane for a Leona though. Like Soraka double heal and summoner heal, and the AD
Yeah,
has summoner heal. It's gonna be really safe. Like that lane.
yeah. I've actually been seeing a lot of interesting lanes. A lot of top high elo players that run double heal. They'll also run like exhausting knights, so they forgo the escape mechanisms. I mean, obviously, they'll like Corky has his Valkyrie, so he still has that. But
Hmm.
you'll also run like a Janna, so she can actually kind of use her CC to protect herself. But then you run double heal and then you run Ignite Exhaust, and you actually have a really super aggressive lane bottom.
Yeah, it's all a trade off. But these, I don't. 4 heals kind of seems like overkill, but I feel like they're just trying to play as safe as possible.
Yeah.
Like the kill
Is 4
potential is
heals
not really there.
overkill, really?
Yeah, like we do
uh,
not want we don't want TK Rain to get legendary this game.
yeah, well, it's hard to stop him from being legendary. That guy been putting
Mr.
some work
Legendary.
as Graves. Bodies fools.
And that Leona skin is pretty hot.
It is pretty hot, and especially the full picture that has like the the faces in the bottom left. That was so
Yeah,
funny.
the eyelash faces.
Yeah, as soon as I
Yeah.
saw that Reddit post and someone like circled it, I was like, oh my gosh, like
Riot has a good sense of humor.
they do, and I mean that's part of why everybody loves them so much.
You can see it's everyone's Boots seems to be pretty popular.
Yeah, I hear it makes you fast.
Yeah,
I
makes it
actually,
safe.
I actually like the new animation now. When people buy items, the item
Yeah, I
kind
didn't
of
notice
pops
that last
out,
game. I was like,
and
wow.
then it pops back down in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know they wanted to make big purchases and stuff like that pop out more, and so that was one of the new changes in the recent patch. So
Hmm.
that's pretty cool.
That's and then like right before they die, it gives a little alert. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, they've done a lot of great changes for the spectator mode, which I mean is very important. I mean, this game, I think a lot of just games in general are gonna start focusing on game design for an esports. Like, how fun is your
Hmm.
game to watch? Which a lot of people don't actually focus on. They focus on like what is the experience for the player, not necessarily like how fun is our game to watch by a large audience for like a esports event. So
Yeah, I mean, just bell curve. Not everyone's going to be a 2K evil player, you know? And a
yeah,
lot of people, it's interesting to watch someone who's more skilled than you. And when you like optimize the viewing experience, I think it'll attract a lot more people to this game.
yeah. I mean,
Like a lot of StarCraft players, you play a lot of StarCraft. A lot more people watch StarCraft than actually play StarCraft because
oh,
StarCraft is,
I'm in that boat too. I mean,
yeah.
because
I
it's
mean,
it's really cool to see those top level players and see the difference, the skill gap, and stuff like that. And so, I think also that that comes into play. Like the more aggressive they make League of Legends, the more you're gonna see those skill gaps too. Because the more it's like comes down to team fighting and those quick reaction times and stuff like that, the more players can set themselves apart.
mhm.
But it's also interesting that it's also a team game as opposed to StarCraft, because StarCraft's very much an individual game where a lot of the impressive parts from a lot of teams is like their team strategy and their team play. How they change up the meta to
It's a
work for
totally
them.
completely different game.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us StarCraft players, just teamwork is a lot different than soloing it out.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like did Corky and yes, Corky and Soraka did the golems bottom. It's a very smart move if you are blue, but again, I've seen a lot of teams start to counter that. But if you run up there in the brush and get there before they come for the super secret gank, you can keep it pretty safe. But it is good because it gives you about 40% of your XP bar, and then you're going to hit level 2 before your opponents,
Hmm.
which can be very, very strong depending on the lane, too.
Yeah, you can abuse that if you know what you're doing.
Yes, yes, you can.
I'm just watching mid lane, just watching.
The trade of bombs and Arcana
Yeah,
Pulses.
this is half his mana's already gone.
Yeah, I mean, Ziggs is. I mean, his man. I mean, it's if I almost feel like taking clarity on him sometimes. I'm like, this guy runs out of mana
Then
so
everyone else
quick.
just rages at you.
Yeah, exactly right.
I would rage at you if you got clarity on my team.
I used to actually, when I was playing a League of Anivia and I played Anivia a lot, I actually played her with clarity a bunch, and people would
Uh huh.
yell at me so much, and then I would like dominate middle lane because you can be like way overly aggressive and obscene that like no Anivia you'd ever play against would be that aggressive against you. But since you have like this big huge extra mana battery, you can just be so aggressive with Qs and Flash Frost, whatever. So looks like Malphite's
I
gonna
wonder
be
if they're
sneaking
ever
around
gonna
here.
like buff clarity. I mean, they buff heal, and now heals. It's not that miss the like before you got heal, everyone was just look at you like what the hell, you know? I wonder if they're gonna do that
So
for clarity. I feel like it's completely worthless right now, or like even if you have a valid strategy, everyone else is gonna make fun of you for picking it.
yeah. And Puka actually there, at top he was attempted gank by Antran, but that is actually how the best way to escape a gank as Aurelia, and she's actually really good at it, is if you just basically deke up into or juke up into a brush and then you use her dash to come back out on your opponent. You can just
Hmm.
keep running right after. It's really, really strong, and typically it basically escapes a gank pretty easily.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to gank her, really. Her passive, or just her mobility.
Yeah.
When she starts boots, yeah.
And Tallymark missing with her Q there, like hitting nothing. That was pretty funny. Like she was like by a line of creeps and just like threw it and missed completely.
Interesting build for Irelia. She's getting a Philosopher's Stone, Philos Stone. You haven't seen that lately with Irelia players. I guess he just wants to farm at this lane.
Yeah, I mean, actually, what I've seen this, it's pretty much a top solo strategy where you basically go gold per 5 items to start off. You don't actually go any main items.
Yeah.
I've seen Wriggles starts and a lot of stuff, but oh my gosh, Antran coming mid, pick up Ziggs while we're talking about Aurelia. Antran's like, oh yeah, by the way, I kill mid a bunch. Peace out.
Antran carrying from the jungle.
Yeah, I mean I like how active he is, and he's constantly still on his path, but you know he still gets in a lot of ganks. He's still very aggressive, makes his presence known, makes him thinking out there, and they should really be getting wards. I mean, after last game, I would definitely, as mid, I would definitely be buying wards. Hopefully, Ziggs bought a ward when he went back. It looks like he didn't, so he's not listening to me. Doesn't want to take my advice. That's fine.
You shouldn't be aggressive with Ziggs unless you have blue buff. Unless you feel like you can kill them in one square. You shouldn't be out there.
Yeah,
it's pretty safe. He's a pretty safe farmer.
And Kale come around bottom, but they did see this, I believe. I think I saw ping from purple.
Yeah, I disagree with the gold per 10 on Aurelia, because if Antran like notices that she went gold per 10, and that they just press their advantage at blue buff, like her with gold per 10 items, she's pretty worthless in the team fight. She's not gonna do any damage. I mean, if gold 10 would just get like some Dorn's rings, Dorn's blade, whatever, and just they press advantage at blue, like Aurelia is not gonna put up the damage that Italy is going to.
Yeah.
So I don't really agree with that. But
well, I mean, I think it's a trade-off, and I think you're pointing out a good counter strategy to her trying to go that heavy farm with the gold per 10 items. Hey, obviously she's gonna be weak if we want to contest this. When 7:15, 7:40 rolls around, we should be there and ready to fight.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's a big trade-off.
And Antran, he's back on the trail, coming up top in Italy, engaging here. Really think about engaging here. But we have that kitty cat to chase her down. She has no one to dash to. Ignite going down. Flash already popped. I don't think she's very safe. Use that slow. Dashes out, trying to juke this.
Oh, that spear
just misses, but that slow is going to seal her fate. No way she's getting out of this. Takedown.
2 flashes burned. I don't know if that last flash was necessary.
I think that was style points. I think
he wants to
I think he's like, all right, someone's casting this. I have to make it look really cool. I can't
he almost flashed with past her.
Yeah. I can't just pounce takedown. I have to flash pounce takedown. And how's Xerath doing middle? 35 versus the 42. So Zig's doing a good job farming here over Xerath. Just getting picked up with that early kill. Great bombs. His bomb is, it's very interesting ability because it bounces. No other ability really kind of has that effect where the longer you throw it, the longer distance it gets.
Yeah, I like that mechanic. It's interesting.
Oh, stun alt, picked up from range. And that is why Xerath is good. And that's why you should play Xerath and fear Xerath.
They're up 3-0, but the gold is identical. And it just shows, bot side is farming a lot better. Their CS is a lot better than, even though they're down 3 kills, they're 0.2 ahead, 200 gold ahead.
Yeah, it is a very good thing to point out. It's like farm really does make a difference. It's not just about kills. I mean, kills gets you about like a 15-20 CS advantage if you're going to really compare it. And in some cases also it denies your opponent some farm, some creep, and some levels possibly, but at the same time they can farm back up. And bottom actually looking really low here, but Antran coming in with the clutch ult! And it looks like Corky's already dashed away from this, but I don't know if he's going to have the Valkyrie to get out of this in time. Cooldown, will it come up? Slow, team heal! Scumbag team heal coming through again. One last hit. One more time. TK's going to pick this up. Antran's going to tank it. Banana almost picks up the kill. Kale's coming down wrong angle. And, ooh, Tallymark was way too deep there. She did not get the memo on when to get out. She get slowed here, got silenced, and not going to escape.
You saw the double, triple, quadra heal.
Gosh.
Quadra heal for bot lane. It took him forever to kill them.
I mean, how many... Yeah, I mean, they basically chased him and had kept attacking him and using cooldowns for, like, running a full wave.
Yeah. Well,
and finally kill him underneath the tower. Yeah. And that's, you know, in that case, it's not worth it. I mean, you killed them, but you're going to basically, I mean, Dragon's worth about 2 kills. It's a lot more gold spread out among the team. And it's a very, very good move now for blue right here. They should actually take a gold lead here, so have about a 1k
They don't get the
gold
timer
range.
for this dragon as well, so they won't know when it'll come up again. It's a huge advantage, knowing when dragon spawns.
Yes, it is. It's set up, prepare for that. Nidalee rotating down. Has that top turret pushed up. They try to land
Yeah, I think she should just stayed up there and pushed it some more.
Yeah. Try to get some gold back for her team, I think. You know, put some pressure on that turret.
That Ziggs, man, he walks around laughs all the time. You don't have to spam laugh. He just automatically just laughs.
Yeah.
It's so fresh to play against that guy, especially if he's winning.
Yeah.
His laugh is just exponentially like more annoying. If
And
you're, like,
he's
losing
actually in danger of dying again. There's the flash, alt, stun. Yeah, he's gone. One last clutch. Using that explosive to get away.
Well played.
Satchel charge.
Maybe that laugh baited him into diving in right there.
Apparently, yeah.
It's like, you die now.
Well, I think the problem was he uses Arcana Pulse already just before and didn't have it ready on hand to land it. I mean, the more you play Xerath, the more you get used to it. You get used to landing the second Arcana Pulse because it should be up with blue by the time you finish the rest of your combo.
Yeah, he could get in range for Ignite. He had Ignite up.
Yeah.
But just the range on his ulti is too far. Like, I've talked to him about Xerath, and he's always debating getting Ignite on Xerath or not. Because sometimes when you pull out your combo, you're not even close enough to ignite them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he's tried teleport, exhaust, all these different summoners.
And Tran wants blood again, but he's gonna get stunned by that Aurelia's awesome stun slow. Ability's so good.
Yeah, he's level 7 to Aurelia's level 8, so he's still keeping up with levels despite ganking a bunch. I haven't seen Kale gank that much, and she's level 7.
Kale's had some failed moves over to gank. Tyler getting heavily pressured by this Corki spam.
Yeah, this Corki with 100 farm. He has 20 more CS than TK Rain right now. So bot lane seems to be working.
I mean, they're still only down by about a K, but...
Yeah, just to kill mid right there. He just got soloed by Ziggs with blue buff.
Yeah, I mean, Ziggs, you can't underestimate him. TK Rain hiding under his turret, but...
That auto attack passive does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does. So it's pretty surprising.
You start your burst with an auto attack, and then you do your burst, and you auto attack again at the end. It's a lot of damage.
Looks like TK Rain's going to back off now, and Leo's going to be left under this turret, which won't be very safe for her. She is pretty tanky, but at the same time, she has no real way to clear this wave safely.
We look at the CS numbers. Mid, it's 63. 63 for Xerath to 77 for Ziggs, so it's pretty similar. Although Ziggs has died a few times, or has gotten pushed back. So I think.
Yeah, it looks like bottom. Oh, I was thinking about backing up. Corki's staying here for the CS. He will probably back off shortly. Looks like Kale's coming around for a gank. Leona gonna face check this.
Almost face check that.
But here we go. Antran coming down through the bushes. So sneaky. And Corki might be dead here. He does not actually have... They should go right now. Go right now. He doesn't have enough for Valkyrie. Oh, the fail Leona ult. But there we go. Yeah, he's certainly dead now. Flashes, but... No ways escaping TK Rain here. Ult's coming in. And Kale, I'm really wondering what Kale is here for, because so far what I've seen is she's not quite in position for ganks, wasn't there to ult him to try to save him, so I'm just kind of wondering,
I'm not sure if he realizes that Kale's the red buff doesn't apply anymore, but
yeah. I just kind of been feeling like this Kale pick hasn't been. I haven't seen it yet. Why it was picked?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other characters I probably would have rather played over Kale.
She's just to be useful at the end to protect Corki, but as of right now, she's not applying any pressure whatsoever. I wouldn't be scared of a ganks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of heavy pressure coming out on this bottom turret. It's already below half health. TK Rain actually might take this down. If it's going to clear out just before he's going to finish this off.
Yeah, I can agree with him taking this tower down.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes it's a bad idea to take the tower down so early. Oh, Corky's diving in.
Corky heavily aggressive with that armor shred, so potent in these exchanges. Graves' passive not quite good enough to pull him through that.
Hmm. Did you get the dragon timer? You don't win dragons in this one.
No, actually, I actually did not. I should be up pretty soon though. Pink, we're going down for blue.
For spectator mode, I think Riot should add some kind of time
Yes.
for that. That would be awesome.
They should have, yeah, they should have Baron, all the buffs, timers. They could even add something to the map, like when it changes, like the X for it changes like a color when it's about to come back, but it's not back yet.
That's an awesome idea. So it's not in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xerath trying to pick up Kale. This long range.
He wants that blue buff. He wants that blue buff.
Yes, he does.
Thought twice about it.
And you want who else wants that blue buff? Ziggs. Ziggs wants the blue buff. He's like, hey, wait, that's where that is. No. Really looks like she's gonna back up here. She's pretty healthy, 122 CS versus Nidalee's 87. So yeah, I'd say she's doing pretty good up top there. Gonna buy a frozen mallet. Gonna start the march towards that. Oh, Kale gonna go over with the steal. And now Xerath definitely is getting this blue buff. It's like, you don't need two of these things, but Zig's coming at the same time. Xerath is Xerath in a lot of trouble here with that ignite, flashing out, just escaping, but Corky's gonna come in and make sure he cleans this up. Tally mark now left hung out to dry. TK Rain surrounded 4v1. This is not good. He's gonna dash over this wall.
Unfortunate timing. His dragon's up.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want, and Nidalee, you know, not strong enough in my opinion to really come in here and be a factor.
They should need to let this dragon go. Maybe try to steal. One person try to steal it, but they can't contest it.
Well, it looks like they've delayed it. Hearing cleansing out of this to escape. Array is slow, so good, so annoying.
They are stalling the time, so if they can stall a little bit more.
Yeah, if they don't have any teleports for any quick reaction.
That Nidalee poke though. That Nidalee poke.
Nidalee poke is good. It looks like Blue's actually backing out of this. They're actually not.
Wow.
Gonna commit to the dragon.
I don't agree with them chasing there. They just got on the dragon and backed out.
Yeah. Aurelia, I think they followed Aurelia's lead. Aurelia just, you know, kind of trying to zone out TK Rain, but instead the rest of her team chased.
Listen, Nidalee really wants that last spear on Ziggs.
Apparently. Nidalee has that Rage Blade. Going hybrid. And Tymark caught out a little bit here. Gonna get harassed. Gonna clean up these wards again. Blue, very smart pink ward down here. Dragon, and not a lot of wards here this game. Top just placing a ward. And
Top's pushing really hard.
I mean, they should press this turret. Aurelia is rotating, but he will see this
Aurelia is
incoming.
teleports down, so I mean, she can push this and run back down, and they can do dragon.
Yeah, I mean, those little Puma pounces will be really good. Ooh. Great spear timing!
Yeah. Didn't he know?
I mean,
he saw the ward over here and just timed it.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah, wow. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, but TK Rain pick up. Oh, that is key. That is key, and now. Oh, nice Corky is dead in the water here. There's no way, even if he hops over this wall, Xerath is there to pick up the kill. But now Xerath, a little bit caught out here. Oh, threw the wrong spell first. Threw his slow before he threw the satchel charge. If he threw the satchel charge first, could have blown him back towards him. Yeah, so looks like a heavy pull coming here. Antran needs to be careful so he doesn't die. Oh, Antran's gonna go down from downtown.
He got the dragon before he died though. So as a jungler, you're okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, dragon is you know worth the kill, but you know great pick off early there though by TK Rain, so that they were able, or by the team make it rain, so that they were able to get that dragon.
That's why it's important to pink ward or have an oracles. He had vision of that.
Oh, Xerath! Oh, he has 20 health. That bouncing bomb almost got him. Oh, that lucky guy.
The worst feeling.
Yeah, when you sit there and you look, it's like, but they don't. There's not even a health bar. There's not even color. How are they still alive? I saw Chaos today, actually. They were playing CLG EU, and he literally shot someone and put them to 1 health, and they
Wow,
escaped.
dude, that's just frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating. That's where you need to cart this.
Yeah. Clean this up for me, man. Aurelia's gonna take down top turret.
Oh, don't worry. You don't need to ask the cart this to take the kill. He's taking it.
Yeah. He's like, I already queued it up, don't worry.
He's about to be. He's already ignited. Cart this comes in.
So there's gonna be 2 turrets now taken for blue. They have about a 4K advantage here. So they have a pretty healthy lead. I mean, even though the dragon was picked up, some kills were picked up, and now TK ran actually in a lot of trouble. It's like going toe to toe with his Corki, flashing out just in time to dodge that rocket.
Good. Yeah, he had a spree on him, so it's good that he got it there.
Yeah. I don't agree with the hey, let's just go toe to toe. Oh wait, no, crap.
Yeah,
I'm not ahead.
Triforce.
Yeah.
Although he's catching up. Those 3 kills. 3 kills kind of evens out the CS difference.
Yes, it does, and this Ziggs is being so annoying.
It's
This poor
interesting build
Zerth.
from Ziggs. He went Hexoc Revolver, and he still doesn't have like a big AP item.
But he has levels in blue, and Aurelia's going to dive here. Ult from downtown coming from Ziggs. Aurelia's going to be able to convert that. Nidalee trying to get out of this as Kayle comes in, making sure she has her ult there. She can help out there.
There's Leona trying to cut them off, but she's just going to let them go.
Well,
Or
she's going to miss.
Mr. Q.
To miss and say that I let them go. It was just a warning shot.
Take this before you leave.
Yeah. Tally mark, didn't quite want to commit yet.
TK Rain's trying to solo 2 people again.
And it's not working out for him.
Yeah.
This game not going well for Team Make It Rain. I think they're significantly behind at this point. Kind of losing some swagger here. Need to.
Looks like there needs to be a grudge match if they lose this.
Yeah, we need the rubber match.
Rubber match.
Yeah. I would actually like to see the rubber match too.
Yeah, they said 1 more game, but we'll see. You can't just play and then leave it hanging like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem with League of Legends is it takes a while to play a game. I mean, if it's something like like fighting games, if you're familiar with those, like if you play like like Marvel vs. Capcom or something. Like I literally played one of my friends. We just like hung out. And we're like, let's play some Marvel vs. Capcom, and we got to the point where we were like, hey, let's. This is the.
Zaraf just lost blue buff because Malphite had red buff on blue.
And Tran wants all the buffs, but he's gonna donate to his buddy here. Help him out. Oh, there we go. Made it up. Teleport coming in. Aurelia wants this kill. Doesn't like blue buffs going to the enemy team, but she's in a lot of trouble taking a bunch of turret hits. Thinking about coming back on this too. This is not good. She's gonna get run down easy. Leona stunned this up, but of course CC bot extraordinaire. She finally goes down. Tyler picking up the kill. Who says?
Teleport.
Yeah, I think it was overly aggressive. Like, hey, I'm gonna go support my teammate, but by the time she got in there to do it, or the call came in and she reacted and found someone to teleport to, Xerath, already got his kill, already had his blue buff. Maybe she thought she could dive.
Really, her passive makes it feel like you can just run away from everything. You
Yeah.
get excited.
Makes you feel like singed.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, sometimes like if you come from fighting games, since the games are so short, it's like you play Marvel vs. Capcom and you say it's gonna be the last game, and like 100 games later, you're still on the last game,
Yeah.
and you're replaying it over and over again. Yeah.
I play Tekken at a competitive level, so I know.
Did you send it?
150 games.
Did you send in your video to apply for Cross Assault?
Oh no! We were just waiting for Tag to come out. Tag's out. Tag 2 is out in Korea and Japan, but it's gonna be a while before it comes to America. The arcade scene's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And I can't play Street Fighter for my life, so.
What about Marvel vs. Capcom, man?
We bought 3, and it was. I played online, and I was just turned off.
You play real people.
So what?
You need to play real people. It's more fun.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I know all the really good. I know a lot of the good Street Fighter players, and it's frustrating to relearn a game completely.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah, we actually work with Afrocool at Google. If you know who he is, Street Fighter fame. A little bit past his prime, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's 24 minutes and not much is going on. Still just farming.
Yeah, lots of rotating around him. I see TK Rain's been bottom, trying to farm up a bunch, trying to catch back up that way.
Yeah. I really has almost 100 CS on Italy.
Yeah, and that's pretty much
gonna be a big problem.
expected. Yeah. Aurelia, I mean, she is the key factor. We saw last game, her team was so far behind that it didn't really matter. But this time where her team is ahead, I think she's really going to shine here. As long as she doesn't make any bad moves. But Dragon is back up. Aurelia, blue pilling.
Ziggs gets picked off.
Ziggs way caught out, though. But that armor shred so potent. Leona popping her all just a little bit too late here. Xerath going to pick up a kill. Should pick up a kill onto a Kale here. Arcana Pulse just from downtown. More heals coming in. So frustrating. Wow. Teleport coming out. Leona finally falling. Graves going to switch over to Corki and definitely... I said definitely pick up this kill, but he almost just flashed away. But Fail Flash saving me. Caster's advantage there. And Aurelia's going to come in and try to play spoiler on this dragon. Here she comes. How fed can you be?
Can probably take them.
Yeah, she can. That's the scary part. Stun missing.
If she just has... If Kale stayed...
They do have the smite advantage, so they did get they don't have smite advantage, but they are still gonna pick it up. Aurelia diving and trying to steal it, but now she's gonna be stunned, popped out, flash popped, ignite popped, Arcana Pulse from downtown. Nope. Yeah, your CC lasts 0.1 seconds now, because I'm cool like that.
Is there any way to know what masteries they went for?
You have to look at it before the game. I mean, you can look at their stats at the very beginning and probably tell, but. Otherwise, usually, I usually typically during the 3 minutes I'll click on the character portraits and go over runes masteries a lot of times when I cast games. But this game, you know, has kind of informal, so just shooting the breeze.
This game is so back and forth. Even though they have a huge gold lead, blue side has a huge gold lead. Seems like they just get caught and would lose dragons.
Yeah, you know, Team Make It Rain's doing a good job of pulling it, you know, kind of back towards their favor, slowly creeping in on that gold. Not letting it get too out of hand. But I mean, that really is still going to be a problem when it comes to a full team fight.
Yeah.
Now she's doing her best impression of a hotshot GG solo push.
She's getting caught out here. And Graves is one character that can kill her.
Yes. Take a lot, and especially with the Leona CC bot, yeah.
I would run straight to Baron right now. After something like that. Although, Malphite's getting caught mid. I think he's fine.
Yep. Should escape from this.
Yeah, I would press the advantage right now and go Baron, or at least force something. I really have such a large amount of their damage.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get objectives at that point. I mean, once you get it really out of the picture, I mean, everything's your advantage, so you should...
Yeah, 27 minutes. It's like the death timer is long enough where you can make a play before she spawns.
Yeah, she does have teleport up, though, so if you make the wrong play...
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, she can come back pretty fast.
No one on Team Make It Rain running teleport. Nidalee preferring to pounce around to gain her map mobility.
Yeah, she's I think she's okay without teleport. She's so mobile.
Yeah, I think she's a fine pick to not have teleport. I mean, I've seen a lot of people just they just don't get teleport. They instead want to win the top lane.
Yeah, you lose so much kill pressure when you go teleport, but it's so useful late game.
Yeah.
Or mid.
I mean, there you go. That's that Aurelia, initiate. She just dives straight in. She's gonna be a big problem.
QE and he's got a fourth of his life chunks.
Yeah, and it's gonna be very strong. And Nidalee is still top pushing, so this is a 4v5.
Wow,
Leona getting in, throwing all his ults, but really in the back line. They're trying to turn around and focus her down. She's not even at half health yet, just getting low now. And Malphite surrounded by the rest of the team, and it's gonna be.
Malphite ulti glitched out. Like it didn't even. Was just weird. Like he ulted, and it's just he ran and he just stopped. Interesting.
Yeah, and they had
that cost him the game. Like.
Yeah.
That Malphite, it was just stopped midair. It was just weird.
Now that I don't think they've necessarily lost it, but
yeah, they can't ult this tower. No way.
Good initiate by Aurelia, or sorry, Tylermark, but just dive into a bunch of heals.
Yeah.
Soraka, man. Yeah, Soraka has. Oh, gonna go down to the turn, possibly. Oh, so close.
23 life.
And now it's Poketown. population team make your rain.
They didn't very much accomplished there. Like they got the team fight. They didn't get a tower. They didn't get Baron. They didn't get much except kills, which is cool. But you gotta get something out of that.
Yeah, you gotta convert something out of it, but
Yeah.
they're gonna get buffs, go back, buy, put that gold advantage to an effective gold advantage instead of just the theoretical gold advantage, or what they will do with that eventually when they do spend it. And TK Rain letting him leave so they can go take this middle turret. And look how fast he attacks with that dash. Oh, Billy.
And he's super tanky as well.
Yep. They're going to need to rely on him, and he's going to have to stay very safe in a lot of these fights. But the problem is Aurelia is so tanky that they can't really deal with her. They tried to peel her. It was like 3 people on her, and they didn't even get to kill her.
Those gold pretend items are paying off big time right now.
Yes, they are.
200 farm with gold pretend. We have 100 CS over your opponent while going gold pretend. That's, yeah.
And Aurelia, she's like acting like she's running back, but she's just like diving back in. Like she can 2v1 top.
Yeah,
She's scary right now.
It's almost a time to start selling that.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of players have the tendency, they buy gold pretends, but they don't sell their items. They don't sell it. And like they lose the game with the gold pretend items still in their inventory.
I mean, because at this point in the game, the heal and the health regen,
Yeah,
the health regen,
yeah.
The health regen and the mana regen, not so great.
Yeah. When there's a big battle and you need the money, just sell it. Selling you get money back.
And then I'm just following her. She's being so annoying and just ignoring everybody. Like, yeah. Just gonna wait for her to elixir up at some point too. Just be like, brr. Especially when she gets that Guardian Angel too. That's very annoying.
Yeah, this is you have to target her because she does so much damage. But she's so mobile. She jumps in, jumps out, and then even if you kill her, she comes back.
Yeah.
Wow, no damage.
Yeah, even that spear. Spear was nearing full range. She was like, yeah, whatever, that tickles. I'm gonna clear this wave, gain all my health back. What's up? I'm Aurelia.
Dragon's up. They pinged it. I need to go get Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, if I were them, I'd actually just start a Baron fight. I think they can win a Baron fight pretty handily.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of poke though from Team Make It Rain, so maybe that's why they're being cautious. That'd be my only reservation about it. But at this point, I think they went back and bought recently, so I think they have enough of an advantage.
I feel like the only way they lose this game is if someone gets caught. Like Purple has so much burst damage. If they catch one person, they're insta dead, and then they can press their advantage. But in a straight team battle, I don't think they can beat them.
Yeah, definitely not. And Aurelia did go back and buy. She bought her Randuin's Omen.
Randuin's now she's man.
That's just you, because she's gonna dive to the back lines, pop her Randuin's Omen. TK Rain's gonna attack at like he's in space or something, and he'll be shooting. Just like he's in water slow mo.
Maybe I'm thinking she's turning into Australia's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to convert your Philosopher's Stone if you want to. They're going to go into Baron.
And everyone's out of position.
Yep, everyone's out of position. They're not going to be able to contest this. Lily might try to steal it with a spear over the wall. One time! Oh, it was too early.
Too early.
And it's blocked. So now they got to play super defense. They got to turtle up as much as possible. This is the position you hate to play.
Yeah,
and where a lot of teams,
the game is boring.
Yeah, and a lot of players don't have the patience to play through.
Yeah, they have to concede this tower.
Yep. Just gotta protect those base turrets as much as possible. And Antran initiating here. I don't know about that, but Zarathal's coming in. Soraka almost picked up Nidalee. Very low, heals herself to get out of this. Antran's gonna go down. Baron buff carrying through, and Aurelia taking everybody out. God mode, getting blown up. Turret might help out to pick her up, but no, she's gonna be fine. And that's the key there. I mean, all that burst damage going down, and meanwhile, Aurelia's just sitting in there beating everybody in the face with that true damage, hopping around, taking turret hits like it was cotton candy. Loves it.
It was a good initiate, but they're just too behind.
Yeah, and I mean just kind of like in the wrong place and time. They should just let that turret go.
Hmm.
Maybe try to focus more in their base or something. Or when they got to their base turret, they had a choke point. But you know, hey, whatever. Game 2 of the scrim, and you go to the blue team. So congratulations. 1-1. Maybe see a rubber match in the future.
Maybe they'll play it. Who knows? Oh, bad manner walking into the fountain.
They definitely. I would. My advice to make it rain would be to do something about Puka and
Yeah, it's a difficult situation because Gotem doesn't play top, so it's if you just randomly play a new